If you've been playing Marvel Cosmic Invasion for a while, but feel like you're still missing that special something to truly dominate the battlefield, this video is for you. Today we're getting straight to the point with 10 practical tips that will transform your performance, from combat strategies to small habits that make all the difference. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or already have a solid collection of heroes. These tips will help you play like a true pro. So adjust your team, prepare your resources, and let's level up in MCI. I'm Matthew, and the video starts right now. This tip about the Cosmic Swap is simply pure gold for anyone wanting to dominate the combat system. This game has a very dynamic team action vibe, and those who learn to switch heroes at the right moment gain an absurd advantage. The Cosmic Swap isn't just a stylish way to change characters, it's a strategic tool that redefines the rhythm of the fight. It transforms the chaos of a battle into a spectacle of precision and timing. The most interesting part is the use of iframes, invincibility frames. When you swap at the exact instant the enemy attacks, the incoming character ignores the damage and can even chain a devastating strike right after. It's a detail that reminds you of games like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta, where mastering time and movement makes all the difference. That feeling of escaping by milliseconds and turning the tables is one of the things that makes the combat so addictive. Another brilliant part of this mechanic is the potential for extended combos. With a little practice, you can create absurd sequences by swapping heroes in the middle of a juggle. For example, imagine starting an air combo with Captain Marvel, swapping to Nova, and continuing to beat them down without the enemy ever touching the ground. The fluidity between characters creates a rhythm that mixes strategy with pure spectacle. You really feel like you're controlling a team of heroes in sync. And the assists enter this mix as the cherry on top. The Cosmic Swap can automatically invoke support attacks, and some heroes have specific synergies that amplify damage or create unique setups. This is where the game rewards those who explore unusual duos and trios. A well-timed swap not only saves you from an ambush, but also activates a sequence of absurd damage that can decide the fight, especially in boss battles. Speaking of bosses, using the Cosmic Swap against enemies like Venom is essential. He is fast, unpredictable, and tends to punish any mistake, so alternating between characters to cancel attacks and take advantage of iframes can be the difference between winning or getting shredded. Mastering the swap is more than a technique. It's understanding the heart of combat in Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Whoever masters this goes from a common player to a legendary level cosmic strategist. This Hero Lab tip is one of the most important in the game, especially for those who like to feel that the hero is actually evolving in gameplay. At first, it might seem like leveling up only improves basic attributes like HP and focus, but when you hit level 5, the game changes completely. It's at this point that the character unlocks broken passives, capable of brutally transforming their playstyle. It's no exaggeration to say it's the turning point for dominating the heaviest missions. Wolverine is the perfect example of this. When he hits level 5 and gains rapid momentum, he practically turns into a pressure machine. You feel the difference in the pace. The character flows much better, the combos become more intense, and the recovery between attacks decreases. It gives that berserk mode feeling without needing any special skill, just through the active passive. It's the kind of upgrade that makes you rethink how to play with him, and that's what makes the Hero Lab so addictive. Now, Iron Man at level 5 is pure fun for those who enjoy zoning and spamming projectiles. Infinite ammo completely changes the balance between attack and mobility. You no longer need to worry about managing consumption. The focus becomes offensive, and this opens up space for more aggressive strategies. It's the perfect evolution for those who like to play keeping their distance, using the sky as a battlefield and dominating the map. It's a buff that makes all the difference in battles against bosses or hordes of enemies. The most interesting thing is how each character has their own peak personality in the Hero Lab. When you unlock level 5, you realize that the passives aren't generic. They reflect the heart of the hero. This shows the development team's care with gameplay identity. It's not just a number going up, it's a transformation that makes the player rethink the character's role in the team, almost as if they had unlocked a new version of them. That's why prioritizing level 5 isn't just a tip, it's a philosophy of progress in Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Farming that extra XP is worth every second when you feel the character wake up. It's the difference between playing well and playing with style, getting the most out of every hero. And when you combine several level 5 passives in a single team, the game turns into a festival of insane builds. This tip about the 2000 plus hit infinite combo is simply one of the most insane and satisfying things to discover in Marvel Cosmic Invasion. It's that type of glitch or technique that mixes sharp timing with pure player creativity. The best part is that it doesn't depend on a visual bug or something broken. It's just about mastering the right rhythm with Beta Ray Bill and letting the combo flow. And seeing that counter go up to 1,000, 2,000 hits, man, it gives an absurd feeling of power. The New York City scenario is the perfect testing ground for this. In the right corner, the enemies seem to align in an almost purposeful way, as if the game were inviting you to abuse this. And Beta Ray Bill is the ideal protagonist. His basic attack, when done with small pauses, creates that infinite juggling loop where enemies barely touch the ground. It's almost like watching a show of rhythm and control, a true ballet of electric hammer strikes. Besides being fun, the combo has a very practical purpose: instant level up. While other characters need to run through entire stages to level up, Bill does it in minutes. It's the kind of thing that helps a lot when you want to level up fast to unlock skills, test synergies, or advance in the campaign without having to repeat missions for grind. But there is an important detail. Keeping the combo alive requires total focus. If an enemy escapes from the air, or if the timing fails, everything hits the floor, literally. So the secret lies in understanding the rhythm of the basic attack and the range of the strikes. You can feel when the enemy is about to fall out of the juggling, and it's at that instant that you need to adjust the timing, as if you were playing a song where missing a beat can ruin the performance. In the end, this technique shows how much the combat system of Marvel Cosmic Invasion rewards those who explore beyond the basics. It's a way to transform Bill into a true leveling machine, and at the same time, enjoy the pleasure of mastering a character to the limit. Whoever gets the hang of this combo will hardly want to level up any other way again. The hidden dash attack is one of those discoveries that completely changes the way you play Marvel Cosmic Invasion. It's impressive how the game hides such a useful and fluid movement behind such a simple combination: running and releasing a heavy attack. Only those who try it for the first time understand the real impact of this. It's that type of skill that isn't written anywhere, but when you master it, combat gains another rhythm. What stands out the most is how much this dash attack serves as natural crowd control. Instead of getting surrounded by enemies and trying to escape by jumping or blocking, just activate this dash and cut through the group like a bullet. The strike hits several adversaries at the same time, clearing space and giving you that breathing room in the middle of chaos. And the best part? It also serves to cross gaps and reposition quickly without breaking the flow of combat. It's the type of tool that transforms the battlefield into a stage for the player to dance among the enemies. The curious thing is that the tutorial simply ignores this mechanic. No mention, no hint, nothing. And this gives a genuine sense of discovery because it feels like you stumbled upon something that even the developers didn't want to be so versatile. When the control responds perfectly and the character glides, cutting down enemies in their path, it's impossible not to feel that little satisfaction of finding a secret tech. In practical terms, the dash attack becomes essential for maintaining momentum, mainly in longer stages or with dense hordes. It avoids rhythm breaks, facilitating transitions between groups and keeping combos alive without depending solely on direct attacks. Using this technique in conjunction with aerial attacks or area skills creates a cycle of constant movement, almost a flow state where everything seems to click. This tip shows how much Marvel Cosmic Invasion has hidden layers for those who like to explore deeply. The dash attack is simple, but it opens doors to a more aggressive, fast, and elegant playstyle. When everything fits and the character crosses the field, sweeping enemies with precision, you can feel that the game's combat has much more finesse than it seems at first glance. Breaking the boss's yellow overshields first is one of those things that seems obvious after you understand it, but until then, the game punishes you for ignoring it. These yellow shields are basically extra layers of defense that make the fight longer and more dangerous. A lot of people go straight for the boss's HP, thinking they are progressing, but in reality, they are just wasting time and taking free damage. Focusing on the overshields totally changes the rhythm of battles. The secret lies in using fast attacks or environmental strikes to destroy these shields as early as possible. Fast attacks break the shield's balance before it regenerates, while elements of the scenario, like explosions, falling objects, or area impact skills, accelerate this process. When this shield falls, the boss stays exposed for precious time, and that's the moment the real damage kicks in. The difference in efficiency is absurd, mainly at higher levels. This technique is practically mandatory against Venom and Annihilus. Venom, for example, loves to regenerate his shield if you hesitate, forcing the combat to repeat in endless cycles. Annihilus mixes overshield with area attacks, and if you don't break it soon, the battlefield becomes hell. With the right timing and focus on shields, these fights go from brutal to manageable, and the feeling of breaking that shield and seeing the boss stagger is pure reward. Another important detail is that eliminating the overshield first avoids the extra damage the boss deals while the shield is active. It's almost as if the game pays you in time and safety for playing smartly. It keeps combat strategic but fluid. You can feel when everything starts to align, when every blow has a clear purpose. You start to read the battlefield differently, anticipating the exact moment the shield will shatter. In the end, mastering this mechanic is what separates a player who survives from one who dominates Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Breaking the overshields first isn't just a tactical advantage, it's a mindset shift. Instead of just reacting to the boss, you dictate the rhythm of the fight. And when the real HP starts to melt after taking down the shield, every hit strikes deeper, both on the enemy and on your satisfaction as a player. This tip about the hidden move list in the pause menu is one of those gems that go unnoticed even by the most attentive players. The game doesn't make this obvious, so many people play for hours without realizing that there, in that apparently simple screen, exists a true manual of advanced combos. It's just a matter of pausing, opening the list of moves, and discovering that each character has incredible variations of attacks, launchers, and juggles that the tutorial never mentions. It's the kind of discovery that completely changes the way you play. Suddenly, that character who seemed limited gains absurd depth. Some have combinations with specific delays, others mix basic attacks with specials and rhythms the game doesn't officially teach. Seeing this in the list and testing it right after is almost like opening a new hidden layer of the combat system. It's the best feeling a player can have, realizing the game still has secrets to reveal. The most interesting thing is that even the most discreet moves make a difference. Sometimes a launcher appearing there is the key to creating an infinite combo or connecting aerial attacks much more efficiently. And when you take this to training mode, arcade, the game becomes a laboratory of possibilities. You can train transitions, adjust timing between hits, test character rotations, all without the pressure of enemies, until you master the perfect timing. This type of practice is what separates those who just play from those who dominate the meta. The move list isn't just a hidden tutorial, it's an invitation to explore. Each new command you discover becomes a tool, a new way to react and improvise in combat. And when you return to the main missions with these moves mastered, you immediately feel the impact. Everything flows better, the control responds with more precision, and the game feels more yours. In the end, exploring the paused move list is a way of respecting the game itself. recognizing that it has much more depth than it appears. Marvel Cosmic Invasion hides pure gold in this menu, and those who take the trouble to dig end up dominating the battlefield with style. It's that feeling of technical and personal mastery that makes every fight seem like a performance. This tip about choosing glow heroes per mission is one of the smartest and most underestimated in the game. Many people ignore that subtle glow on the character selection screen, thinking it's purely aesthetic, but actually, it's the game giving you a direct clue. These heroes glow because they have natural synergy with the stage design, whether it's the enemies, the terrain, or the objectives. Choosing a team aligned with this makes a brutal difference in the fluidity of the match. The most curious thing is how the game balances this hint with freedom. You can enter with whoever you want, but when you choose the glow heroes, everything fits better. More efficient damage, movements that adapt to the stage layout, and even more natural positioning against certain hordes. It's as if the game rewards those who pay attention to design details. Small choices in the menu end up making the battle flow much more strategically. And here enters the icing on the cake, using flying heroes for challenges. Characters like Nova and Silver Surfer have absurd mobility and can complete aerial challenges with a huge advantage. While ground heroes lose time jumping and adjusting positioning, the flyers dominate the map with fluidity, controlling space and responding faster to emergencies. It's that type of tactic that redefines how you face each mission. Furthermore, Marvel Cosmic Invasion also shines when forming duos with specific synergy. Combinations like Venom plus Wolverine create a perfect balance between crowd control and burst damage. One controls the field, the other destroys the main target in seconds. Meanwhile, Storm plus Iron Man form a devastating aerial duo, covering the entire map and keeping constant pressure with long-range attacks. Playing with these right duos makes it seem like the game was designed for this type of cooperation. In the end, understanding and using the glow heroes per mission is more than following a recommendation. It's knowing how to read the game and adapt to what it is offering you. Combining this with flyers and correct synergies transforms each stage into a show of efficiency and style. It's that moment when everything flows so well that it's a pleasure to keep playing, experimenting with new compositions, and seeing how far you can push each team's potential. This tip about grinding XP by replaying enemy-dense stages is indispensable for those who want to evolve quickly. The secret here lies in choosing the stages well, and two of them stand out absurdly: New York City and Blue Area of the Moon. These regions have a constant flow of enemies, great space for movement, and perfect opportunities to keep combos alive for long periods. It's the type of scenario custom-made for those who like efficiency and rhythm. In New York City, the waves of ground enemies are ideal for testing crowd control and pushing the combo to extremely high counts. In the Blue Area of the Moon, the differentiator is the mixed enemies, with alternating patterns between ground and air, which create a more technical challenge, but also more rewarding. With every long sequence, the XP counter explodes, and you can feel the progress at the end of every run. It's an addictive loop. The better your combo, the greater the gain. The key point is to keep combos high at all costs. Wide area attacks, chain hit skills, and synchronized strikes between two heroes are the main tools. Each additional hit not only increases the multiplier, but guarantees a direct XP bonus. The difference between a 200 hit combo and an 800 hit one is huge, both in reward and in the feeling of mastery. Maintaining this rhythm requires focus and practice, but it's worth every second invested. Another valuable tip: focus on two heroes at a time during the grind. This avoids splitting the total XP among too many characters and speeds up the process of maxing out levels. If you alternate between complementary duos, for example, a crowd control character and a burst one, the result is maximum efficiency. It's a tactic that allows you to level up fast without wasting time repeating stages with unbalanced teams. Grinding XP doesn't need to be a burden in Marvel Cosmic Invasion, especially when done in the right stages. The game rewards skill and consistency. The more you master the rhythm of the combos, the more the system multiplies the reward. With the right stages and the ideal duo, even the grind becomes pure fun, with every battle feeling like a spectacle of precision and style. This tip about unlocking all secrets and mastering S-tier heroes is the true watershed moment in Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Many people advance without realizing how much the main campaign hides absurdly powerful characters, each unlocked at key points of progression. Completing the right missions is more than just following the story. It's opening the path to building the best roster possible. And when these heroes join your team, the game changes scale completely. The ideal unlock sequence is clear. Phoenix in Mission 6, Venom in 7, Phyla-Vell in 10, and the legendary Silver Surfer in 13. Each one represents a different peak of power, covering practically all playstyles. Phoenix dominates the field with area damage and absurd sustain. Venom is pure brute force and living regeneration. Phyla-Vell is that deadly mix of agility and energy damage. And the Surfer? Well, the Surfer is on another level. When he enters the action, the game practically gives you a lesson in mobility and total map control. The Silver Surfer in particular deserves all the hype. The hover movement, combined with the continuous beam, creates a fluid dynamic of simultaneous attack and repositioning. You control the vertical space, eliminate enemies from a distance, and dominate bosses with safety. It's a character that, when well mastered, redefines the standard of efficiency. It's common to see players returning to old stages just to play around with his power, and honestly, you can understand why. To advance quickly and release all of them without suffering, one of the best strategies is to use Wolverine and Captain America in the unlock stages. Wolverine has explosive damage and constant healing, which makes him perfect for direct combat. Captain America offers solid defense and crowd control, creating an ideal balance for those who want to complete missions without depending on complex setups. It's that kind of duo that holds the line and finishes with style. Unlocking the S tiers and mastering them is like reaching the final layer of Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Each one represents a reward not just for progress, but for combat mastery. When you reach the point of dominating Phoenix, Venom, Phyla-Vell, and Silver Surfer, you realize the game gains new life. Every stage turns into a playground of power and precision. It's the moment you feel you've mastered the universe, literally. This tip about arcade modifiers in the Cosmic Matrix is one of the most valuable for those who have already understood the base of Marvel Cosmic Invasion and want to take the game to the next level. This is where combat stops being just about winning and starts being about performance, efficiency, and style. The modifier system is the secret heart of arcade mode, and mastering it is essential for doing professional runs or achieving insane scores. Everything revolves around the cosmic cubes, collected during the stages. Many people accumulate these coins without realizing their true potential. When you use cubes in the Cosmic Matrix, you open a range of modifiers that completely change the dynamic of every match. The most useful and also the most popular are double damage, which turns any hero into an offensive monster, an XP boost, perfect for accelerating progress and testing new builds in record time. These modifiers not only make matches more intense, but also force the player to adapt their playstyle. With double damage, for example, the fight becomes completely different. The risk increases, but so does the reward. You start thinking about the battlefield in a more technical way. Every dodge, every dash, every strike needs to be precise. It's the kind of adjustment that separates casual players from those who really dominate the combat mechanics. Another trick this tip reveals is resetting hero progression to do fresh runs. It seems strange at first glance, but it's one of the most efficient ways to test combos from scratch explore build variations, and, of course, compete in rankings with balanced conditions. Playing with a clean hero without accumulated buffs brings that gratifying feeling of real evolution, where every hit counts and every victory carries weight. In the end, using the Cosmic Matrix wisely transforms the game into something much bigger than the main campaign. It's the ultimate challenge for those seeking to dominate the universe of Marvel Cosmic Invasion. With good management of cubes, strategic resets, and well-chosen modifiers, it is possible to reach absurd scores in hard mode, the ones that become a reference among hardcore players. It's the type of system that shows, when you understand the Matrix, the game truly begins.
The golden realm. We must depart. This seed will allow the world tree to grow anew elsewhere. Even though Asgard falls, its future is assured.
Heads up! Sonic Dagger! You're gonna be seen star! I am not next. Galactus, a greater danger than Surtur himself.
Why would an entity of such power attack Asgard?
Deadlier than his namesake. My lack of power